All right, we're recording.
I love it. How are you?
I'm good, Adam. How are you?
I'm fantastic. It's great to be with you, Jane. I know this has been a really, really big year. I mean, you're the executive director now, and I know it's been a really, really crazy year with everything going on. So we're going to talk about wine, women, and shoes. I'm really excited to learn all about that because it is one of my absolute most favorite events to be a part of all throughout the year. But how has Rise Slow been in 2020 with everything going on?
It's been a wild ride. I mean, like all other nonprofit organizations and local businesses, we've had to adapt to quickly changing times. We have an incredible team of staff and volunteers who've just been willing to roll up their sleeves and do what needs to be done in order to continue providing services to survivors locally. And all of our services are still operational. We've made some changes for everybody's health and safety. And, initially we actually saw a downturn in service requests, and general consensus is the reason is most people lost that opportunity to make a confidential call. So they lost the opportunity to take their kids to school and make a call on the ride home, or to drive to work. And so they're being forced to shelter at home with their abusers. And what we've seen and what we know is happening locally and across the country is that violence in the home is spiking. And violence, we think, kind of reached that emergent level to the point where people were just going straight to law enforcement and bypassing our crisis line. But since things have been opening up, we've seen a substantial increase in calls to our crisis line and requests for service. We saw about a 30% increase in June and July, and simultaneously about a 30% decrease in individual donations. So we've gotten support from the Community Foundation and some grants to kind of make up for that difference. But we're still an organization that relies really heavily on the community and individual support. And we know everybody's hurting right now, but we really need the community support now more than ever before.
Well, I remember hearing this dynamic in the very beginning of COVID, maybe March, April, about these numbers that we really weren't going to see, quantitatively rise up because, like you said, these people don't have the ability to make these calls, and the times that they would kind of get away and do this, those times are being, tightened, and there are now fewer of them. So we know that this dynamic is not only staying the same, but likely getting worse in situations like this. So it really makes what Rise Slow is doing locally even more important. So if there are businesses, if there are, private resources, like this is such a worthy nonprofit organization. And again, we live on the Central Coast where we have like over 1,100 nonprofits, but you guys rise to the top every year of the great work you do, and really more than ever, the need for it.
Correct. Exactly.
Now, Wine, Women, and Shoes is one of my most favorite events of the year to host. It is always so much fun. And because, again, another pivot because of COVID, we are doing things in a virtual way. Let's talk about what we're doing on September 13th. I'm very excited because we're taking all of the fun that we cram into that tent in Avila Beach, and we are making our best effort to deliver all of the smiles and all of the good work and all of the goodwill in the same vein for the same mission.
Yes, so the party is going. It's happening. It's just going to happen from the comfort of your own home this year. And the really cool thing about this is that registration is free. So you can attend the event and you don't have to pay anything and enjoy the program. It's going to be a 1-hour quick program. And we're going to have all kinds of fun guests and fun videos from our sponsors and our vendors. And if you would like to donate and support and maybe get a little swag in return, you can purchase watch parties. So right now they're $100 per watch party. And with your $100, you get a swag bag, you get some wine, you get some cookies and some other fun stuff. And we have a special going right now for August for you buy two, get one free. So, we're hoping folks can get creative with their family and maybe close COVID circle friends to enjoy the party online.
Well, it's cool because you get so many great, we have so many great wineries and producers here, and you have a lot of great producers that step up and donate. And so it's able to make these bags. I mean, your bag is going to be full of, if it's got wine in there, it's world-class local wine from a partner who is like-minded with the mission that Rise Slow has. So these, you can register for free, like you said, and we're doing this on the website, Wine, Women, and Shoes.
winewomenandshoes.com/rise. You can learn how to become a soulmate if you want to help raise money online. You can purchase watch parties, participate in the auction. So we're going to have a silent auction that starts the week prior to the event on September 13th. So you can bid on items, and I believe that's going to go a little bit after the event. Same with the live auction, but the bid winners are going to be announced during the broadcast. And then we've got Marketplace where you can purchase all kinds of fun items that you don't normally see. And 20% of those sales go back to Rise. So it'll be a lot of fun.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. And kudos to you and the team for really considering, a lot of places, it might have been easier just to scrap the event, and a lot of organizations have been forced to do just that. But for you guys really to take such an event that makes you feel so good and lifts so many people up, and I mean the stories that we would hear, and I mean the first person accounts of many young women, and I know you have men too, that are benefited from the work and the mission that you do it's overwhelming. It's really incredible. Like we would sit there, I would stand stage side and like literally be emotionally moved at what we're listening to. I mean, it's super heavy stuff, and this work needs to go on. It doesn't stop for COVID. In fact, it could actually make the need that much more. So people go, they can register. You said these watch parties, they're like $100, and what a great donation. You can get with the people who you are safe with, maybe your family, or if you're doing it however, and you can watch, throw it on the Apple TV or whatever, and just go to town.
Yeah, and you can even, we've got, I don't know what the hashtag is yet, but we're going to make it so you can make yourself live and people can see you. And we're going to be live broadcasting the Divas this year. So if you remember from last year, you had the opportunity to purchase tickets to the Diva Den.
Oh, so yeah.
We've got a Diva Den. It's going to be on site at Portola Inn. We're so grateful to Tom O'Malley over there for donating his space to us. So it'll be a teeny tiny party that you can watch online. And you can participate through Instagram, stream it through YouTube and Facebook. So there will be a lot of ways to participate and feel like you're at the party.
One of my favorite aspects of the event is the live auction. How are we going to be doing live auction items and helping people with that?
So unfortunately, we don't have the excitement of having Joe Hangram, our fabulous auctioneer, come and do the live auction with us this year. But if you go online to winewomenandshoes.com/rise, there are instructions on how to participate. You can start bidding on auction items within the next couple days. And bids will be valid through the broadcast. And then hopefully there will be some tension and energy, and you'll get your winners announced during the broadcast.
Now, soulmates, the role of soulmates have always been a very important and fun role in the event. And we have soulmates right now, and you can lend your support to them. And how does the soulmate thing work? Because these folks are, trying to gain donations to be the big soulmate.
Yeah, so we had soul men in the past. We decided to make it gender neutral this year, so we're calling them soulmates. So anybody can participate. And we've actually got a handful of pets raising money this year and competing to be crowned king or queen of soul. So we've got a pet who wants to help support Rise, sign him up. It's really easy. Again, go to winewomenandshoes.com/rise. There's a little button that says sign up to be a soulmate. We'll create a page for you. And it's really fun. You can dress up your pet or yourself in some fun clothes, post on social media, get the word out about Rise and the event, and raise some funds for some important services.
So this is the 6th annual Wine Women in Shoes, correct?
It is.
How has it been? I mean, this is your first one, right, as executive director, Jane? Your second one, okay.
Right before.
Right. Well, how has the team and you been reeling with everything since 2020? How have it treated you guys?
I mean, we've been doing well, all things considered. We haven't had to lay off any staff. We still have very engaged volunteer base. We're still, again, providing all the services we were previously, but with some modifications. So it's not the same talking to somebody over the phone or through a screen. You know, but we're doing our best with what we can,
Yeah.
And what we have. And that's been my mantra for staff: just do the best with what you have. That's all you can do. And I've just been so inspired by the outpouring from the community of support. Folks really stepped up when we lost our grocery rescue program, when there were shortages at the grocery stores, when all of this happened. So we got all kinds of donations through them. We have still, you know, donations have been trickling in. And again, just everybody has been maintaining a really positive attitude and have, you know, their heart is in this work, and they're here because they want to serve survivors and help them on their healing journey. And so it's been really inspiring to see them, you know, put in so much heart and effort into making sure that we can continue with our mission.
Yeah, it's such an important mission. Jane Pomeroy is the executive director for Rise Slow. Remind me of the acronym again, because I've always loved every letter is something very special and very important to you guys.
Yeah, it's not an acronym. It's our tagline. So it's respect, inspire, support, empower. And that really informs everything we do, from serving clients to engaging with staff and writing policy. And it's our mantra.
Well, now more than ever, Rise Slow needs our fundraising, our help. It's a fantastic mission. I'm happy to be a part of what you guys do, and I love that you asked me back again another year to host Wine, Women, and Shoes, this time the 6th annual. It's going to be virtual this year because of everything going on, but here or there, wine doesn't care, right? We're going to be having a lot of fun. We want folks to go to winewomenandshoes.com/rise. There you can totally register for free. You can support or be a soulmate. You can host a watch party. It's $100, completely family-friendly event. And then afterwards, because some of these things that are the best in shoes, the dress, I love all those things.
Don't forget about those.
Yeah, and you're going to be all the end of the mix.
Yes. So the cool thing about doing virtual events is that you can still put on your fancy clothes and wear your fancy heels and not get the blisters and still participate in the contest. So don't forget to pick out your shoes and compete for best in shoe and best dressed. And instructions for all that is online.
All right, winewomenandshoes.com/rise. I love your spirit, Jane, your team. You guys are really putting together. We're really, really incredible. Thank you again for having me, and we'll see you on September 13th.
Fabulous. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, of course. Talk soon.
Bye-bye.